I'm pretty sure everybody would agree with me when I say that reCAPTCHA or CAPTCHA, you know, that thing where you log in, you click the checkbox to prove that you're not human, and then you have to answer some puzzles and stuff. I'm pretty sure when I say that it's the bane of our existence. It's literally the biggest thorn in our side, and I'm pretty sure that you'll all agree with me with that. CAPTCHA is like the final boss of a video game. It's basically like Nameless King from Dark Souls 3. I haven't even played Dark Souls 3, but I heard that that's a really hard boss. It's also could be like Consort Radan from Elden Ring. It's literally the final boss of any web-based login multi-factor authentication service. reCAPTCHA's been around for a long time, and it's a good thing because, you know, you don't want just, you want some protection, you want some security, you know, to prove that you're not a robot, somebody didn't, you know, didn't get scammed or whatever. You got to prove that you're human. I get it. It's good. But it comes to a point where, like, come on, it gets really hard. I mean, you have to admit, guys, sometimes CAPTCHA can be extremely difficult. Like when I'm trying to log into my Chrome or whatever, log into my email, it's like, prove you're not human, prove that you're not, prove that you are human, prove that you're not a robot. And then I go to click the checkbox, like, oh, click the checkbox, and then it says like, okay, now please click all the boxes of the puzzle that have the red light, you know, in this image. And then there's like a box right here and a box right here, and the red light like is right here, but it like comes to a little bit of a sliver into this one, so I'm not really sure like if I should click this box right too. And then I don't click it and it's like, oh, you failed the CAPTCHA. So anyway, yeah, you get my point. It's really annoying. Now imagine if that actually came and became even more difficult because somebody actually created a CAPTCHA where you have to play Doom on nightmare mode difficulty. Someone made a CAPTCHA where you play Doom on nightmare difficulty. Surprisingly or unsurprisingly, this is not the first Doom CAPTCHA. So it's not even the first one, guys. Apparently this has been done before. Now, I will start by saying that Doom has been, I mean, I think a lot of people know this by now, but Doom is a game that has a warm place in a lot of our hearts. I used to play Doom when I was like much younger, like the original, like the older ones, right? I was playing Doom like when I was like 10 or 12 or what. I can't remember when the last time I played the original one was. But I just remember that game was like super hard for like the 10-year-old me at the time. And I'm sure you guys could relate too. Like imagine you're like 8 to 12-year-old kid trying to play Doom, and it's like, whoa, what's going on here? It's crazy. And Doom, a lot of people know that Doom has been probably recreated on almost any device known to man at this point. It's even been playable, like been able to be played on a calculator. I've seen this happen. Like there was an image like on the internet that said like it had like an actual calculator, like a Texas T 5000 million or whatever it's called, and they were playing Doom on the calculator. And oh my god, I remember what's the Etch-a-Sketch or what Etch-a-Sketch or what is that thing where you turn it's magnetic or whatever it's called? I think somebody actually created a Doom frame that you actually have to play on the Etch-a-Sketch or whatever it's called. Anyway, my point is that Doom has been recreated on almost every platform known to man. And finally, it's been created as a CAPTCHA for the second time, apparently. And actually, guys, dude, check this out. Play Doom and kill at least 3 monsters. And here it is. This is the CAPTCHA. So you tap to play. So imagine, guys, you click the checkbox and then this comes up. And you're like, what the heck is going on? I have to play Doom on nightmare mode to get into my email? Imagine that, guys. Imagine you just to get into your email or whatever, just to log into some kind of website that you had to beat Doom on nightmare mode. Imagine, just take that in for a sec. Take that in. Sponge that into your brain. It's insane, right? Anyway, so here's the image, and you see it's literally like a recreation of the Doom. It's pretty spot on. Ammo, health, arms, your character, armor, you know, all this stuff here, and then you got the main screen here, and then you have to kill 3 monsters on nightmare mode. So yeah, you must kill at least 3 demons in Doom to prove you're human, which is actually a pretty cool concept if you ask me. So if we take a look at the article, it says people have been complaining for a while that passing a CAPTCHA is too difficult. I was literally just saying the same thing like 2 seconds ago. It's crazy, man. But developer and tech CEO Guillermo Rauch has made one of the hardest yet, a fully playable CAPTCHA based on the classic PC game Doom. Yeah, this guy's insane, bro. It's been a long-running joke that developers make Doom run on absolutely anything, as I said before, with the Etch-a-Sketch and the calculator. It's not much of a surprise that it's now running on a CAPTCHA. The app essentially amounts to a small Doom level that is playable with keyboard controls, arrow keys to move, and spacebar to shoot, with a CAPTCHA-like presentation. You must kill 3 enemies to pass the test. Talk about a final boss. I mean, like, okay, so CAPTCHAs, like I said earlier, CAPTCHA is like the final boss of logins, right? So you click like the first, like, so you got the final boss, which is the CAPTCHA. And the first phase, there's 2 phases. The first phase is click the checkbox, right, to prove that you're human. That's the first phase. And then the second phase of the boss comes in, which is the Doom game, where you have to kill 3 demons on nightmare mode to pass. Can you imagine that? That would be crazy, dude. The level reflects Doom's nightmare difficulty, and it's much harder than needed to be an effective CAPTCHA. Well, no, duh. I mean, imagine trying to play it on nightmare. Duh, I think I tried nightmare difficulty like a long time ago when I was a kid, like I said, and it was just insane. Maybe it's probably easy now to me, but back then it was crazy. Especially since you can't strafe to avoid enemy fire. You can't even strafe? What? Yo. It took me several tries to achieve a victory, and the Hacker News thread about this app filled with people noting how difficult in sharing strategies. It's a web-based assembly application, but it was made via human language prompt driven by a web development tool called V0. Okay, so they made it in like, it's kind of like a Flash game, I guess. I'm not really sure. Well, strangely enough, there's been a past attempt at making Doom CAPTCHA. Oh yeah, so like it said before, apparently this is not the first time they tried to make CAPTCHA, a Doom CAPTCHA. In 2021, developer Consort Radan, I probably totally botched that name, made an approximation of one, though not all assets matched Doom, and it was more like Doom adjacent. That one was made directly by hand, and its source code is available on GitHub. Its developer noted that it's not secure, just for fun. So yeah, I don't think that this is dude, this would be hilarious if this was actually being used on a lot of websites, but obviously since it's not safe, it's just like a GitHub code. Websites are not actually using this, but can you imagine if you're it's just crazy to imagine that like you could have a CAPTCHA that had Doom on the end of it. But imagine if they get to the level where they can have a CAPTCHA and it's Consort Radan from Elden Ring DLC Shadow of the Erdtree, right? Imagine that. Imagine it's like Consort Radan at the end of the CAPTCHA. Basically, it's like that level, but like we're at that point in the technology where we're not at that level yet where we can have a Consort Radan. But imagine if we could have like PS1 style graphics with a Consort Radan at the end of a CAPTCHA. That would be insane. Like, I just think that would be so cool. Like, I actually want to try this. Like, I wish there was a link where I could just go and play this, like, right now. Or, you know what would be even cooler is, like, you know how when you don't have internet on Google, they have, like, the dinosaur jumping game? Like, they should make that. Instead of that, they should put the Doom game there. I think that would be much cooler. Anyway, guys, just a quick video there. I thought that was really cool. Doom CAPTCHA. Can you imagine that, bro? Nightmare difficulty. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Peace. Bye.